Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zukiswa Tembani, who's also known as Zuki T. Please do allow me to reintroduce myself to you. That's my slogan. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I don't know whether this is a sad video or what, but again, I talked about transparency uh, in the last videos that I shot. I talked about transparency in the journey that I'm gonna take um, about my life. So I went in about a lot of things, and I think that those things were mostly things that I have not healed from, that I have suppressed, and I did put them in the burner of my life, and and just soldiered through and just pushed through. That's what I've always done. I've always been that person that pushes through, even if things are bad. I will push through. That's me. And I've never been so conflicted right now about my life. And the whole purpose of me doing that was to get to the bottom of who's the real me, who's me, what makes me, what is my sole purpose in life. If I can't find or I can't answer those questions, then it means I need to do some soul searching and deep, 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 deep into getting to that place. It's such a happy video. Today is what? It's Tuesday. I felt sick. I was tired yesterday. I was sick. I was tired. Um, I went to the doctor and came back. Certain drank some medication just to get myself back up. But again, I cannot get out of the funk that I'm in. I'm in a funk. I don't know how to put it. I'm in a funk, and yesterday was the most difficult day for me because I was just asking myself these questions, these questions, these questions. When I came to Cape Town, the whole purpose of me coming to Cape Town was to find a job. At that time, I had my daughter, Lam, Olam. And the main reason I was here was to make things work for us, build a life for myself, and, try to find happiness. And it was kind of hard before I did that. It was really hard for me to do that. And I fought through. I fought through to get to where I am. And I do not want to lie. I want to make this a role. No, sorry. I want to make this known that the reason why I was in Cape Town was to find a job, make a better life for myself and my child. And in the midst of that, home has never left my mind. Home has always been that center point of me whereby where I go home. When I go home during the holiday, or either when I get the time to go back home, I I miss home. I realize how much home is so important to me. I hope my kids do not disturb me because I didn't tell them that I'm creating content. Hope not. Okay, the sole purpose was for me to try to make it and go back home. Try to make it and go back home. Even when I was struggling with a lot of things in Cape Town, when my dad got sick, I think I had mentioned that I had to stop everything and go back home and connect with home. Home is where the heart is. I don't want to lie. Now, the two last days, or even prior to this year starting, has been about me going back home. I've never missed home so much in my life as I don't know, this year is another year for me. I miss home. I don't feel at peace when I'm in Cape Town. sorry, even the things that I normally enjoy doing, they do not make sense anymore. Nothing makes sense anymore for me. But home is where I feel so connected with everything. I feel at peace. I feel at ease. I have that feeling when I'm at home. I'm in peace. Okay. Is love in Cape Town too much for me now? Have I fallen out of love with Cape Town? Yes, definitely I have. I've fallen in out of love with Cape Town as a whole. As much as I love being here, and I had mentioned that, okay, this is my ghetto fabulous life that I was living here, but I think I've outgrown that. I have really outgrown everything, and I feel like decisions. I have to make decisions in my life and in my journey of myself discovering that I'm going through right now, the phase that I'm going through right now. And one of the many things that I had mentioned was that the reason why I feel like home is calling me, home is calling me, home is calling me, home is calling me. I do feel like I have unfinished business there. I have too many unfinished business that I need to really get into and dig deep and work on that. Am I making the worst decision right now in my life? Definitely. I feel like I could be. I could be. But at this moment, I don't care about the risk of me going back home and trying to transition my life and make my life better there. Why am I going back home? I have little to no much of what I'm doing here. Okay. One of the things that I want to mention about me now saying I want to go home, I feel like I need to go back home. I need to get back to myself. I need to connect with myself on a spiritual level. I need to connect home with home. I need to connect and get back to my roots. Okay, when I open this channel, again, it's a self discovery thing that I'm doing, a new journey that I'm starting. And the first encounter that I had, I'm gonna be as much as transparent as I've said. The reason why I want to go home is about my journey and my calling. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. It's the calling that I think I have suppressed. Not because I'm suppressing it, but I just I, I could not understand as to how I'm gonna do this. How am I going to do this? Am I gonna do this while I'm here in Cape Town? Am I gonna travel back and forth? I don't see that happening. I'm not a traveler. I'm not someone who loves to travel. I would like to travel when I want to, not as an everyday thing. Why do I want to accept the calling? It's quite a tough question, and it's something that I've always battled with. The first time I went, I was, oh, my second boyfriend. Baby daddy had issues in his life, so he asked me to come with him, and I said, okay, let's go to Esangoma, let's go. When we went there, it's so funny. I was not the one that went there, but the reading was all about me. And this woman just went in and said to me, Sissy, you are going to struggle in your life. At that time, I didn't understand what she was talking about because I needed to get back to how they do things, like the way they were saying things. Sissy, you are going to struggle in your life if you do not accept your calling. Sissy, you are being called, you are being summoned to do the job. And if you do not do it, nothing in your life is going to make sense. You are going to struggle with yourself. You are going to struggle with a lot of things. And at that time, I don't want to lie, it's like if a switch was flipped and my life took a turn. And my life took a turn. Even though at that time I could not do anything about what she was telling me, I put I put it in the back burner and said, okay, let me put this aside because I had a lot of things that were going on in my life, including my dad getting sick, including a lot of things that were turning. So it couldn't be about me at that time. It could never be about me at that time. But it could. What I wanted to do at that time was to focus on the main problems that we had at home. And I tried to suppress that and went back here in Cape Town and tried to navigate my life. And I do not want to lie, the journey has been so difficult. When people who have a calling, when people say when you have a calling you have a difficult life, they do not lie. You really have a difficult life. I have felt it in so many areas in my life whereby I would be in spaces with people and I would not connect with them, not because I do not want to connect with them, but my energy, the energy that I would get from being around those people would overwhelm me so much that it I would like lock myself and put boundaries for those certain people not to be in my space, not to be in my life. I hope I make sense to someone. I hope someone gets this. So iJenny nje yona yayo has been very difficult because it forced me to to question the whole existence of me and the purpose that I need to fulfill, which is to answer my calling. And andifunanga uyenza in such a sacred way. Le nto ndifuna uyoqala ndifuna uyenza in such a way that izo-educata omnye umntu who is either struggling nobomi bakhe and the calling and the gift that you've been given by your ancestors. It's a big gift and I respect my ancestors so much, but I feel like the more I am putting myself kwindawo engafunekanga ndibe kuzo and kwii-spaces endingafunekanga ndibe kuzo, ndibuya ndonakele more than uba bekunyanzelekile ukuba ngabana ndibekho apho kuloo ndawo. And the energy that I would get ibuhlungu because it doesn't just go away ngenxa yoba ndisithi into yoba ngabana no, this is it, it's gonna get better. No, it's not getting better for mna. Things are not getting better for mna. I am emotionally broken. One, I need to fix that. And I can see that this thing yami yokungafuni mhlawumbi ukuyamkela ngoku le nto is causing a lot of problems elifini zefamily yam, and I do not want that. I love my family so much and I do not want to put my family in those situations. Nabantwana bam and my kids, who are the most important pillars of my life. Today it is such, I have a heavy heart and I'm praying about it because I always make sure that whatever I do, I incorporate, oh, God must be with me. And I'm not really struggling with making the decision. I am struggling to finalize to get to that decision as fast as possible. I said I'm gonna unravel a lot of things because I feel like sometimes not unraveling these things sisifosta into yoba ngabana sibe ngathi singabantu ababi kwabanye abantu, but ke singabantwana batheni abane-calling. I have to admit this. I am in a process of accepting my calling. And I know izawusheyikha abantu abaninzi because I know for a fact that kudala ndiyiputhe in the back burner, but this is where I am going with it. Ukuze ndizoyenza le nto ndizayenza njani with nothing, with zero budget? No, I'm gonna do this because I have to make sure I do it. Kunzima ukuqala into ungayigqibi, and I'm not one to do that and not finish it. It's gonna ask izokuphendukisa a lot of things. Remember I told you about his stories ezenzekayo endlini, and to some of those stories into weird kakhulu because I've unraveled. I've opened Pandora's box. It's out now. It's out now. The box is out now. I'm opening up Pandora box. And I want to open up the Pandora box because I need to get to the bottom of it. And to get to the bottom of it, it's going to cause us to have uncomfortable conversations. And I'm not one to back down with uncomfortable situation just because no, we need to talk about them so that if it's a generational curse, so that it does not affect the kids. It does not. My only problem is to have broken kids, is to have a generational curse that follows innocent children that really do not deserve that. It's such a tough job, I know for one, and I'm scared a lot to do this. But why am I doing it on a public platform and not maybe do it inside? I want to document my life for this, for my kids, for my abantwana bakasister bam, to just go back and be brave and fight life and know that they are special, and they are indeed special, and they deserve all the good things, but they have to have a life in life, not because they were blocked or we were cursed or we were maybe sathakathwa in words ezisetyenziswayo sithi so that singaphumeleli. No, I believe in breaking generational curses, and I think that I'm getting to a place where I feel like I am ready to do that. Hope this video, someone finds this video very useful. You'll need to follow me to know where the journey is going again. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to get to know me, to get to the bottom of where my life is going. I do want to say I feel so much better now that I've spoken about this because it's such a heavy topic for me. I've been battling with it, and being transparent about it it means that I have to do this to find my healing and to move on and to work. Thank you. Enjoy.